Hi guys, my name is Johnny, and today we are going to be talking about the Terra ecosystem that runs under the Luna ticker. Now, this video is going to be a brief overview of this blockchain, and also I do want to dabble into some of the protocols and projects that are being built on top of the Terra ecosystem, and I will also include a tutorial on how you can buy some Luna, get them staked, and grow with this project. Now, before I continue, nothing I say here is financial advice. It is for informational and educational purposes only. Now, without further ado, let's get started. So let's go ahead and talk about Terra. So on their website, it is the Terra ecosystem. It is a layer 1 blockchain project, and their focus is programmable money for the internet. I think the best way to kind of sum it up, most of their projects and most of their focus is on DeFi or decentralized finance. And if you're still a little lost on what decentralized finance is, we are essentially making people banks. We get to be the lenders, we get to be the ones liquidating, we get to be the ones in control of our money, and that's actually why I like the project so much. There are two foundational protocols that I think define Luna, and the first one is UST. Now, if we head over to coinmarketcap.com and look at the top stablecoins that are out there, and what stablecoins are is they are generally pegged to the US dollar. So for example, USDT and USDC essentially claims they peg every token to $1 or cash equivalent. Now, there are other protocols such as DAI, which is backed by other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum. Now, what's really interesting about Terra UST, and considering they are number 4, they are quite large. What's really unique about UST is that it is backed by Luna itself. And if you're kind of lost on what that means is, so for example, if you were to take a USDC coin, every time that you buy a token, the USDC protocol puts $1 in. Now, with Terra, it's completely different. So what happens when you purchase, say, UST, it burns Luna, removes it out of circulation to keep the price of UST to $1. And I think that's really interesting because they're actually using a native token versus, say, something like DAI, which is run by MakerDAO, and they have a collection of crypto assets that manages that. And going back to it, that's why I think UST is actually really unique, is because it's backed by itself. The other question is how valuable is Luna really? And now that's the beauty of this layer 1 protocol, is they have a ton of projects in their ecosystem. So under terra.money/ecosystem, these are the projects that are being built on top of the Luna ecosystem. And it may look like a lot, but Luna is still in its infancy stages, and I think there are a lot of opportunities here that we can get involved in. And so the second protocol here that I think is foundational to Luna is Anchor Protocol. It is essentially a savings account that pays you about 20% just to stake your stablecoins. Now, I totally get that making 20% APY in the crypto space may not seem very attractive, but if you take a step back and look at how much they're paying you on a stablecoin, it is actually pretty phenomenal. And especially when you compare this to traditional financial banks or institutions where you're putting in your money and you're getting paid 0.0102, whatever it is, Anchor Protocol pays you so much more in comparison. And if you're interested in putting some money into the Anchor Protocol, I do have another video that I have made just for that. Okay, so for me, the UST and the Anchor Protocol have got me really interested into what Luna is doing, but really, what does that all really say about the bigger picture and the long-term future of Terra? So those are the two things that I think really makes Luna and it's foundational to its growth. Keep in mind that the idea is that you can stake UST, which is a stablecoin, and earn about 20%. So essentially it is a lossless way for you to make money. there are other protocols such as Pylon, which is actually a launchpad for other projects. So when we click into this, there are new projects that are emerging. So when we go down into their gateway, it will list out all of the different projects that are going live, and it gives you the opportunity to earn their tokens without losing any of your initial investment in UST. So let's say, for example, I want to get involved in Glow. I would click participate, and what I can do is deposit UST into these pools, and I would earn Glow tokens. And at the end of the vesting term, I will get my UST back, and then I would also get the tokens that are with it. It's actually really fascinating because if you really think about it, what all you're doing is that you're investing your emissions that you would normally get, which is at 20%, and you're purchasing the Glow tokens. So it's really cool because then you can invest your UST, and then once you're done investing, you can pull that money back, and then your yields that you would have gotten, which would be about 20%, instead of getting more UST, you would get those tokens in these new projects. And the idea is that these projects will really flourish and be worth more than what your initial emissions would be. So it's the idea of lossless investment. So another thing that Pylon did write in that I thought was really interesting was, what if you could stake, say, $1,200 for essentially a lifetime membership to Netflix? So how would that work? So you would stake $1,200 or UST, and with 20%, you'd make about $240 per year or $20 per month. Now, instead of taking that interest, you're using that interest every single month to pay for the subscription service. So essentially, you can keep the subscription as long as you want, and you would never lose that $1,200 initial investment. So Pylon Protocol has literally taken that same concept and put it into their projects. And how they're doing that is they're using Anchor Protocol's emissions to purchase the tokens on your behalf. Now, those projects don't stop there. So for example, there is another new project out there called Glow Lotto. I've done a video on this previously, but if you really think about it, they've done the same thing. It's a lossless lottery. So what you would do is you would stake UST, you would earn tickets, and then the emissions that you would get would go into the pool for the lottery winners. Now, if you can imagine if everyone else does it, how much money of that would go in? So really quickly, heading over to the website over at Glow Lotto, you would essentially deposit 25 UST for a ticket, and as long as you leave your money in there, you are eligible for their weekly draw. Now, on top of that, instead of putting your entire 20% emissions in there, part of that actually goes into the Glow token itself. Even if you don't win, you will also earn Glow tokens, which you can stake and then make 15% on top of that. Now, as the protocol grows, hopefully the token's value will appreciate in time. Now, there are tons of other projects that are on the Terra ecosystem, and one last time, we're gonna head over to the website and take a look at the short list but growing list of projects that are launching or will be launching in the near future. But the entire idea behind what Terra is doing is giving power to people to take control of their finances and participate in a way where you typically wouldn't be able to do before. So for example, also on the Terra ecosystem, like many other chains, you can also participate in lending. You can also participate in liquidations. You can also participate in savings, of course. You can also participate in donations. So where you would stake, say, $1,000, and then 20% of that money, or $200 per year, would go to a charity of your choice, and you would not lose your initial investment. So there are a lot of really cool things, and people are getting really, really creative with how they're able to leverage Anchor Protocol's yield on your behalf. We get to become the banks. We are all participants, governors, and citizens of this ecosystem. Now after watching this video, you might figure, okay, I want to get involved, and so I'm going to show you how you can get involved in buying some Luna. So the first thing that you're going to do is head over to terra.money, and then head over to Learn, and then you can get your own wallet that you can download. What I personally recommend is a Chrome extension or a wallet that's on your phone, but a lot of the transactions that we will be doing, it is best on the Chrome extension. Now, once you get there, you're gonna go ahead and hit add, and once you add it, it should show up here on the top right. Now, once you see it here on the top right, you can go ahead and click on this. It will instruct you to set up your new wallet, and once you're done, you should see your wallet address starting with Terra and then a bunch of letters and numbers behind it. What you're going to do now is you're going to want to fund your wallet with some Luna. Now, if we head over to CoinMarketCap and we go down to Luna and we want to see what available markets there are. So if you're living in the United States, what I do recommend is getting crypto.com because it is more friendly towards US users, and I mean that by transferring money into the account. And also, more importantly, you can transfer the Luna out on their native chain. Now, if I've lost you, for example, there is another type of Luna token that you can buy, which is wrapped Luna. And if you're using Coinbase, this is probably what you're going to see most of. It's going to be a wrapped Luna. I do not recommend this because right now the wrapped Luna is on the Ethereum network and it is atrociously expensive to interact, to swap, to bridge. Don't get into it. Don't touch it now. So if you were to buy Luna, please head over to another exchange that allows you to transfer the token out natively. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and download the app. Purchase some Luna. And then when you transfer the Luna out, make sure that you're transferring on the native token and not an ERC20 version, and into this address here that is your own wallet. Great, so once you have transferred funds over, you should see your Luna balance increase here. Now, once you have that, what you can do is you can head over to the website station.terra.money. Here is where you can interact with Luna. What you're going to do is you're going to hit connect to your Terra Station wallet, and once you've connected, you should be able to see your address up here. You're going to want to stake some Luna. When you stake, you actually slowly earn tokens and airdrops in other projects. So for example, I have about 10 Luna staked here, and you have to choose a validator. Now, the question is, well, which validator should I choose? Should I choose something with a high uptime and zero commission? That's really entirely up to you. Now, some of these validators also gives you additional rewards. So you can do some research. So for example, if we're looking at Terra World, which is where I'm delegated, you actually get not only additional Luna tokens, but you also get additional Terra World token drops. And if you stake enough, you might also get involved with a raffle. It's whatever the protocol wants to do. Another one would be Galactic Punks. So the Galactic Punks, you'll also earn your Luna tokens, but also if you stake with them, you are also involved with the raffle and you might actually get a Galactic Punks NFT. So there's really no wrong way to get it. It just depends what you want out of the protocols. I would generally pick something that has a high uptime, and as you do more research into this, you can look at which validators you want to get involved in. Now, please do keep in mind is once you stake it, there is a 21-day cool-off period where it will take that many days for you to withdraw your Luna. And it's also important when you are staking. So for example, I would like to stake in the Galactic Punks validator. I can hit delegate, and then I can delegate some of my Luna, but please keep in mind that you want to keep some Luna in your wallet for transactions because that's actually what you need to transact on the Terra network. So never put your entire balance into it. And one more benefit for being a Luna staker is that when these new projects come on the Terra network, you are eligible for some airdrops. And they are essentially free tokens to new projects to get people involved. Now, for example, there is a website that tracks a lot of the new projects that are coming up, and it's called Airdrops.io, and you would connect your wallet similarly to the other websites. And what you would do is that, and what you could do is you can claim all of the Luna or the Anchor or any of the other tokens that you have here. You could do one by one, but what this website does is that it aggregates it for you in one transaction, so you can hit claim all, and then you can claim all of that if you'd like. So again, that is another benefit of being a Luna staker, and having that is because not only that your Luna grows, but also it gives you an opportunity to dabble in these other projects that are essentially free tokens for you. And that's pretty much it. That is the first step on you getting involved with the Terra ecosystem, buying some Luna tokens, moving it into your own wallet that you do own entirely, and then start staking. Now, I will be doing more videos and covering different projects, but I wanted to do this particular tutorial so that way, as I talk about these other projects, you can get involved with these other protocols that are being built on top of Terra. Now, I hope that by watching this video that I've given you some insight into what Terra is up to, and also a way for you to start engaging in the project. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'm really looking forward to making more videos on the Terra network. And if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell when I do release new videos. And I'll see you guys soon.